Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, today in my wood workshop. But that doesn't mean that we're making a woodworking project, it's more like a plastic project, but that shouldn't stop us because it will improve the shop. Today it's all about screws, or better about the storage of screws. This is my current storage for standard sized wood screws. I really like this storage as it's so simple. It's basically just a sliding shelf that all the screws sit on in their original boxes. And I just have to grab whichever size I need and get to my job. But now, in times of Corona and shutdown, I had to reorder some sizes in the internet. And this is what I got. These boxes are still pretty good, even if they are not exactly the same size as my old boxes. They would probably work with the current storage system. But one size I got in this weird box, which is almost impossible to grab from the workbench with just one hand without losing all the screws. That's not very good. And even worse is this. These came just in a plastic bag. That does not work at all. So I decided to make my own screw box design that goes with my workflow. The new design should be simple, as I need to make quite a lot of these in future if the design is good, probably more than just these 16. The boxes themselves should be stackable, as if I have an assembling process, I like to stack them on top of each other to save some space on the workbench. They should still fit in this space here, as I like to be able to close them up in the cupboard so they don't get covered with dust all the time. They should be easy to grab. That's something that I could probably improve from this system. And the design should also be 3D printable, as I probably will print them on my 3D printer, of course. What I definitely like about the old boxes and want to save is this latch in the front. That makes it easy to grab the screws, but only if the screws are here in the front. And that's only the case when there are still a lot of screws in there, or if I tilt it to the front so they are sliding over here. That's something I could maybe also improve with the new design. And this is the new design. And I already got a little bit excited about it, so I already printed a few of these. So let's get screws in there. So they fit on this board, that's very good, but there are still some issues. At first they take pretty long to print. That wouldn't be that bad, but they also take a lot of filament, what makes them fairly expensive if you want to make a lot of these. But they are also not that easy to grab with one hand, as they tend to slip off your fingers. That's because I couldn't make them any steeper, because the 3D printer wouldn't be able to handle that. And fourth, what's even worse is that if I stack them on top of each other, the top one wants to slide down. So I made another design for 3mm MDF that I will cut out on my CNC machine and then assemble or glue together. So now all the parts for two boxes are ready to be assembled. These lines are fold lines that I cut with a regroove router bit. And in all the little corners I added dog bone shapes. That should make the assembly pretty easy. We will see how it works. Very nice. Now let's see how these fit together. There's like no play at all. I'm not sure if you can see that, but they just fit together perfectly. And I think there is enough friction that the top one won't slide down anymore. No, it won't do that. So I made some more of these and they seem to be very good. At least they are stackable and they are also a little better to handle with one hand, as this is a little bit steeper here. But they are a little bit more work, as I need to assemble these after cutting them on the CNC machine. There's just one downside. I can't put the size on here with the CNC machine, as I need to cut these parts from this side, as I want to have these fold lines. So I couldn't engrave it on this side, but I can just write it on there manually. It doesn't look that professional, but it works. So let's get some screws in there. So now I made a lot of these boxes and I'm very happy that I did the second design also, because they are so much better. Even if these basically work, and because of that I will keep them for now. But these wooden ones are so much sturdier and stiffer and just feel better in your hand. So I like these much more. You can grab them properly and you can stack them properly and everything just works like I wanted them to work. One of the greatest improvements that I didn't even think of when I designed these boxes is when I open the cupboard, I can immediately see all the sizes on the screw boxes up until the very end. That will be very convenient in future. Thanks a lot for watching, good luck with your projects and see you on the next one.